everyone, welcome to the Pensioner Adventurer. I'm Paul, and this video's just regarding some of the equipment I've got in readiness for my total hip replacement. Now these items are things that I've sort of been told about by my surgeon and also by things I've seen on the internet. So, you know, at the time of making this video, I've got 5 subscribers, so obviously none of this is sponsored or, you know, it's just my view of things. And it's not going to be a review because, to be honest, I don't feel one could really describe how good or bad a thing is until you're actually trying to use them with a hip that's been replaced. Sliding something on and off my foot while say my legs as it is now is not really going to give a true reflection on whether these are good or bad. So as per my other video where I showed the exercises I've been doing prior to the operation, I will do another video on this showing or talking about what items were good and what items were not so good. Let's hope they were all good, eh? So anyway, first of all, it's just a large shoehorn. I've had this one for many years. It's a steel one. I think, based on my usage of this, probably a plastic one will be better. Sometimes these can be a bit sharp, or yeah, not always as comfortable as I imagine a plastic one will be. So, but I had it, I know how to use it, and so I'll stick with that one. Okay, so this is one of the grippers for picking things up so you don't have to bend. Now this is really old, this one. This was my good old mum's. She had this when she had her hip replaced in the 80s. Sadly she's passed away now, and I've ended up sort of with this. So hopefully this will be of good use to me. Let's put that one there. This is an interesting thing, so let me move that one. So I've actually acquired two of these things for helping you put your sock on. So on this one, this is the cheaper version. You slide your sock on and put your foot in there, and then you pull the straps, and it should, in theory, so the advert suggests, it slide onto your foot. Now at home I very rarely wear socks anyway, so it's sort of that's why I had originally gone for this super cheap version. So on the odd occasion during those the first 6 weeks where you're a bit more housebound, I thought this would probably do the job for the few times that I probably would put socks on. So we definitely will try that and see how we get on. But this one's my daughter gave me, which is a bit more of an upmarket version of the sock, the sock aid. So I think that actually, in a way, this would probably, if you do wear socks, this one probably could be better, because you've got something to rest your foot on rather than trying to have it dangling around, hanging off a couple of bits of cord. So I think you put the sock on there, and then you've got the between the two parts the guide to actually help you pull that up. So anyway, I've not even looked at the instructions or anything on that, but I will show you more on this and actually see whether, because this one I think was about 4 times the cost of this one. So it will be really interesting to see what one works out better. I mean, in reality, they're not, either of them are not tremendously expensive. So that's that. hot and cold packs. Now these, I've had these for many years. These are the going. You can put them in the freezer or put them in the microwave. I've used them when I've had the odd injury or fell off my bike in the past and had to try and reduce some swelling. So these are pretty good. They've not let me down, and they work really well. You know, I've used them a lot. But what I did purchase was this thing. Now this was quite expensive, and I did a search on eBay, and this was a new one, but no one ever used, and I managed to pick it up about half price. So effectively it goes in the freezer, and then you can put it around your hip and secure it with a strap. So it's a lot easier. I guess you could move around a bit with it on. It would be really interesting to see, because I sort of assume if your hip's pretty uncomfortable to need to put this on, you're probably not going to be walking around, and therefore these would probably do the job. But again, you know, it's all about trying to, because I've got nothing to gain by talking about these. It's really around trying to see what is of benefit when you really are recovering from your hip operation. So they will be quite. I'm quite keen to understand which one of those works better, or even better. Shower anti-slip mat. So pretty important, because last time we want to be doing this slipping over. My balance is not too bad at the moment, even with my wonky hip. So that was just an extra precaution. So yeah, and the wonderful toilet riser. Now I looked at loads of these, and you know, through my eyes, these things were quite an expensive item, bearing in mind the short period of time that you may well be using it. And also the fact that not everyone in the family would want to be sitting on top of one of these things. So what I elected to do was buy one that clips on off, and you've got the clips here. So it's a fairly simple process just to remove it. It sits on top of the standard toilet seat. So one, it will be easy for anyone else to take off should they hate it being in the way when they need to use the toilet, or no, and also it's very easy to keep clean, because you can just remove it and, you know, clean it. Whereas some of the other ones I looked at, you actually remove your toilet seat and then you place another one, the replacement on there that increases the height, which I thought is a pretty permanent solution. And when you're sharing a house with others, it's maybe not the best one. I have put this on the toilet seat. It does seem pretty stable, and actually it was probably about, I was unsure about this, but it's probably about half the price of some of the more expensive ones. So again, it will be interesting to see when I've had the hip done, and how easy it is to use. Okay, so they're all the items that I've got. I've done the normal thing that you requested. I've raised all the furniture in the house and such like, to ensure I maintain that 45-degree angle when I'm getting up out of chairs or out of my bed and such like. So that's all prepared. So my operation is due within the next month. So I've just been sort of sitting here, just reviewing all the items I've got and making sure I've got everything ready to rock and roll. So as I mentioned earlier, once the operation's done, and I'm using these things, I'll make another video and show you or talk to you all about how I got on using them in the real world rather than the theoretical one of this will be wonderful, but actually I haven't replaced my hip. Okay, so before I start rambling on too much, I'm going to finish my coffee and wish you all the best for the future. Many thanks for watching. I'm sure my videos will improve with time, but we've all got to learn somewhere. So stay happy, strong and healthy, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheerio.